A very good morning to you all. So class 6 we have already started chapter agriculture, and in previous video we have read how agriculture is important in our daily life and how it is affecting our economy also. So today we will start our new topic, that is factors affecting agriculture. So we will read about the factors that affect agriculture practices. So let's start. So agriculture is not a very simple thing, like you just shown a seed and it will grow by itself. It is not like that. Lot of things we have to take care of it. We have to see the temperature, we have to see the patterns, the soil patterns, the climate patterns. Lot of things we have to see. Then only we can successfully grow a crop. So you have seen in your villages also that how farmers, they are totally involved in agricultural work, because they have to take care the crops, they have to take care the growth of crops. So the same thing, we will read the factors which affect and what are the patterns we have to take care for practicing agriculture. So in that, number one is climate. So let's start climate. So climate in that, temperature and rainfall. So temperature, rainfall, moisture, humidity, these things are very important for crops, because you have seen that crops are grown in certain time limit, means certain seasons. In winters you have seen different type of crops are grown, in summer different type of crops are grown. Why? Because of the climatic conditions. If we talk about wheat crop, if we talk about rice crop, both crops are different, and both crops, they require different type of rainfall as well as temperature. Okay, so because if you see wheat, so wheat is a crop which requires 10 to 15 degrees Celsius temperature. This is the temperature requirement. Whereas rice requires 16 to 32 degrees Celsius. Okay, that is the temperature. If you talk about rainfall, wheat requires 50 to 100 centimeter of 100 centimeter of rainfall, whereas rice requires 150 to 200 centimeter of rainfall. So you can see here a lot of differences are there. Wheat requires 10 degree to 15 degrees Celsius temperature, whereas rice require 16 to 32 degrees Celsius temperature. Wheat requires 50 to 100 centimeter of rainfall, and rice requires 150 to 200 centimeter of rainfall. So different type of climate is required for different types of crops. So because of that, climate is very important. If climate will be suitable, then only you can grow crops. If it is not suitable, then crops will not be grown. Okay, so let's move to the next point. Now next point is soil. So soil is also very important for crops, because soil gives nutrition to the plants. So crops, for different crops, different soils are required. Like if we talk about wheat, for wheat, alluvial soil is very good. But if we talk about cotton, for that we need black soil. So different types of soil is needed for different types of crops. Okay. Now the next one is topography. Topography means what? Topography means terrains, means different types of landforms. So that type of means different types of landforms is also required for different types of crops. For example, if you see in plain areas, like we are living in plain areas, UP, Bihar, these are plain areas. So here you have seen mostly we grow what type of crop? We grow wheat, we grow sugarcane, rice. These things are very common here. But if you go to hilly areas, you will find out they mostly grow tea plantation is very popular there, then coffee plantation. So these three things can be grown in that type of terrain. And in plain areas we grow wheat, sugarcane and all that. So different type of topography is required for different types of crops. So that is what topography is. Now the next point is growing season. So let's see. Okay, so now next is growing seasons. So growing season is also influence agriculture. because different crops require different length of time, different length of seasons. If you talk about cotton requires 200 days to harvest. So that type of growing season is required, which gives 200 days, which is suitable for cotton crops. But if we talk about countries like British, the England, these areas are not suitable for that type of crops. So different types of growing season is required for different types of crops. So we will talk about India. So in India, three types of cropping patterns are there, three types of growing seasons are there. One is Kharif, one is Rabi, and one is Zaid. So mainly these two, Rabi and Kharif is very important. Zaid crop is mostly the summer month in which vegetables and fruits etc. are grown. So let's talk about Kharif season. So in Kharif season, the Kharif season starts from April to May. So the ground is being prepared during April and May month. Okay. Whereas we talk about Rabi crops, here the ground is prepared starting sowing of crops is started at the end of October or starting of November. So this is the month in which Rabi season starts. Now harvesting is done in October to November. So harvesting is done October and November, and in Rabi crops the same is being done during the month of March and April. Okay. Now the crops which are grown in this season, in Kharif crops, major crops are rice, maize, jowar, bajra. These are the crops which are mostly grown in Kharif. Whereas in Rabi, wheat, gram, oil seeds, tobacco, these are the crops which are grown in Rabi season. Zaid season, so Zaid season mostly the summer season in which vegetables, fruits, nuts, these things, pulses, these things are grown. So these are the three important growing seasons. And this is what the factors which affect agriculture. So agriculture, apart from these factors, some more factors are also important, like labors, then government policies, transport facilities. These are the important things which affects agriculture. So that's all in this today's topic. So have a nice day. Thank you.